Okay, well, I am Lisa Monteccholo, the Dean of Students and Diversity Inclusion Officer here at Hofstra Law School, and I want to welcome you to this afternoon's graduate celebration and award ceremony. Come on down, Serena. No worries. So I have the pleasure this afternoon of introducing our dean, Judge Gail Prudenti. Prior to Hofstra Law, Judge Prudenti distinguished herself as a well-respected jurist and hands-on administrator throughout a judicial career that lasted more than 2 decades. Most recently, she served as the Chief Administrative Judge of the Courts of New York State, having been appointed by Chief Judge Jonathan Lippman in 2011. Prior to her appointment as Chief Administrative Judge, she served as the presiding justice of the Appellate Division for the 2nd Judicial Department in New York State, the first woman to hold that position. She joined the law school in September of 2015 as executive director of the Center for Children, Families, and the Law. And on May 1st, 2017, she was named the 10th Dean of Hofstra Law. Under her leadership, the law school has expanded our centers, institutes, and clinical offerings, developed new cutting-edge courses in legal technology, and most recently exceeded our capital campaign goal, raising more than $20 million as part of the law school's 50th anniversary. We are so very fortunate to have her as part of our Hofstra Law family. Please welcome Judge Prudenti.
I have to thank the Dean of Students for that very, very, very kind and gracious introduction. So I have to say that today is one of those memorable days, I hope, in all of your lives. I warmly welcome you to Hofstra Law, and good afternoon. And I especially welcome the class of 2022 who are receiving awards at today's ceremony. My name is, as you've heard, Gail Prudenti, and for those of you that I have not had the pleasure of meeting, I do have the great honor and privilege of being the 10th Dean of the Maurice A. Dean School of Law here at Hofstra University. You know, I really have tried very, very hard, and now I truly believe, and this class is really the prime example, that everyone who attends Hofstra Law is an outstanding student and really does deserve special recognition. I am confident that everyone who graduates from Hofstra Law will become an outstanding member of our legal profession. Today's honorees have distinguished themselves among those who are themselves distinguished and have earned the high honors that we'll happily bestow upon them this afternoon. To our award winners, not only congratulations, but be rightfully proud. I know your loved ones will be exceptionally proud because I can feel the pride that only parents and loved ones can feel when someone they love achieves a very special goal in their life. And I know I'm especially proud of you, and especially proud to be associated with such a group of fabulous individuals. And I know our entire faculty and administration feel the same way. Yes, your hard work, dedication, and great accomplishments make you proudly stand out, but you also make Hofstra Law shine brightly. And I like to think that we, especially our fabulous faculty and amazing administrators, and most especially your very special loved ones, played a key role in your success. So please enjoy the spotlight, and you definitely are under one, okay, today, as you have earned it. Your hard work and notable accomplishments demonstrate your fortitude and your development of the skills necessary to be a highly successful and distinguished member of our legal community. Now, I would like to briefly introduce our first speaker. I introduced to you a young man that when I see him in the hall makes me smile myself. He is the president of the Student Bar Association, John Margolies. Along with his presidency of the Student Bar Association this year, during which his tenure he admirably served as a wonderful mentor and leader for our students, John has dedicated his law school years to becoming the very best trial lawyer that he can be. He has excelled in trial advocacy as a competition manager of the Hofstra Trial Advocacy Association, and in competing and placing together with his trial advocacy team at the very top of numerous interlaw school mock trial competitions, including the very highly competitive Texas Young Lawyers Association Regional 2022. Not only were we regional semifinalists led by John and his team, but we did produce the best trial brief of the entire competition. He also honed his advocacy skills in Hofstra Law's clinical prosecution practicum. All of this valuable, focused, and intense experience leading him to being selected for a highly coveted postgraduate position as an associate, I am sure he will be an assistant district attorney in the Queens County DA's office. John, please join me. We look forward to your remarks. Somewhere. There we go. Well, thank you.
How y'all doing? Thank you, Dean Prudenti, for that wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, class of 2022, faculty, administration, family, and friends. As just introduced, I'm John Margolies. For the parents and friends who may not know me, I have had the pleasure of serving as this last year's Student Bar Association president. For any students here who may not know me, I am the guy whose picture is in the weekly newsletter you all so excitingly read every Monday. But unlike that weekly email, you can't exile me to your trash bin, and you will have to listen to me for the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's with great honor that I'm able to speak before you all today. And I say this not just because of the distinguished faculty here, not only for the opportunity to address all the friends and family in attendance. What makes today so special is that it is a celebration of the class of 2022. Let me explain to you what I mean. In the last 3 years, and especially the last year by the virtue of my position, I have gotten the opportunity to get to know the people of the class of 2022. And when deciding what to talk about today, thinking about what represents us as a class, one idea kept coming back to me. All too familiar to law students is a feeling of not being deserving or qualified for the position that they've been in. We as law students and as future attorneys will be put into situations where the stakes are high and people's lives and livelihoods are in our hands. And as we're about to face that challenge, I looked to the class of 2022 and 3 words came to mind. About 20 years ago, and I probably remember this a little bit more fondly than some of you in the audience, about 20 years ago in 2004, a baseball team up in Boston faced insurmountable odds, and they asked themselves, why not us? So class of 2022, as we enter the real world and the challenges that come with it, I asked the same question. Why not us? Why not us to take on the challenges of an ever-changing legal world? We had a law school experience like no other. When we arrived back in August of 2019, we sat in the same seats that you all sit in today. We were put through the same challenges law students had faced for decades. Now, I can't speak for the rest of you, but I know that I sat there petrified in those first classes, sitting in a new world with new rules, scared for the first time you may be cold called, which for me came with Professor Sample asking me the definition of the word shibboleth, which seemed more like a Lord of the Rings villain than any sort of legal terminology. I got the answer wrong. Just as we were beginning to figure out how this world worked, it all changed, and with it the rules. Classrooms became computers, study rooms became web chats. And as the legal world changes and adapts to this new reality, who is better suited to take on its challenges than those of us who were forged in it? Why not us to take on the current and ever-present legal issues facing the world? The relevance of what we have learned in law school is proven by current events of the last 3 years. As we first ventured into constitutional law and learned the foundation of our country, we witnessed the first presidential impeachment in over 20 years, and just the third president ever to be impeached. In 2020, as we were entering our 2 years and we were learning about our rights, we got to watch and participate in protest and dialogue as the Black Lives Matter movement swept across the country. Just as we were learning about fundamental pillars of our country's jurisprudence, we saw it adapt and change before our very eyes. Who better to deal with these issues than us? We who have contemplated, discussed, and debated these issues from the onset of our understanding of them. Why not us to bring a sense of humility to a profession that needs it? If there's one common theme about Hofstra students, is that we earn what we get. With rare exceptions, do things come to us easy way. That underdog spirit has created a work ethic that will not go away. A work ethic that serves as a reminder to a profession to not lose touch with humility. As we enter a field at times riddled with ego, why not those who know what it's like to earn their spot to lead the way? Who better than us to forge new relationships in our field? Over the last 3 years, every one of us has made connections that will last a lifetime. These are the people we fought in the trenches with, who sat next to us when we were cold called, who we studied with for hours upon hours upon hours within the library. These are the people who we relied upon to distract us from everything when it all became just a little too much. During a time where distance was mandated by law, we found a way to come together and forge relationships that will last a lifetime. I am incredibly proud to be all of your colleagues. It was among one of the greatest honors I've ever received to serve as your president. But before I step down, I ask for one personal indulgence. I want to share something that has motivated me, and I would like to take this opportunity to give it all to you. Just 4 words: family, loyalty, country, and reverence. Always remember what is most important and be there for your family. Remain loyal to the institutions and clients you serve, but also to yourself. Stand up for the ideals that this country was founded upon. And whatever it is you believe, be reverent and devout. To the faculty and administration, thank you for your work and guidance the last 3 years. And to the class of 2022, thank you, and I will see you all at the bar.
The presenters of today's very special awards are some of our finest and most well-regarded teachers. I personally thank them. I know so do our students. for their participation in today's most special occasion. Our first award presenter is Professor Miriam Lyman, who is actively involved in many important facets of Hofstra life. She has held multiple positions since her arrival here in 2004, including, but I can tell you not limited to, faculty advisor for joint programs, including our JD MBA program, faculty director of our summer skills programs, associate dean for academic affairs, and well-respected professor of contracts, business organizations, international sales law, and business drafting. She has been recognized for her special teaching skills and great rapport with students as a student-selected Professor of the Year in 2015-16, and was the co-recipient of the Solomon Rosen Award for Teaching Excellence in 2015, which award was established to recognize, and I quote, inspiring and challenging teachers whose teaching is widely deemed excellent. Professor Lyman is an accomplished educational professor. I personally hold her in the highest regard, and I welcome Professor Miriam Lyman to the podium to present the first set of awards.
That was so nice. So good afternoon. I'm Miriam Lyman, used to be Miriam Albert, for those of you who are thinking like, who is that? That's still me. And I'm delighted to present the first set of awards. So we start with the Herman Hillman Real Estate Award. That's awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of housing or real estate law. And this award is presented to Rosalie Messina, who I have never met in person. How perfect is that? Are you gonna cry? I'm gonna cry. I never met her in person. Awesome. So I'm gonna give you your thing. Hold on. So you're gonna go stand on the X, okay? Oh, that's so nice. Some of these, I just haven't met them in person. It's really weird and fun, right? That you get to see them. Next, we have the property law courses. This is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of property law. This award is presented to Danielle Cernilio. And I accept this award on her behalf. Oh, no, here she comes. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Next, we have the Estate Planning Law Courses Award, and that's awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of estate planning law. This award is presented to Julie Van Westendorp. Next, we have the Benjamin Weintraub and Alan N. Resnick Bankruptcy Law Award. This is awarded to a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement in and a desire to make future professional contributions to the field of bankruptcy law. This award is presented to Nicole Cipriano. Next, we have the Bankruptcy Law Courses Award, and this is awarded to the graduating student or students for excellence in the study of bankruptcy law. This year, the award is shared by Constantina Leotis, Megan Nolan, and Madeline Teal. Do them individually and then one group. I'm just, what do I know? Oh, no. Smile and say bankruptcy. Next, we have the Corporate and Securities Law Courses Award. That's awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of corporate and securities law. This award is presented to Brian Prim. Right here. Congratulations. The Commercial Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of commercial law. This award is presented to Christopher Picciano. Okay. The Family Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of family law. This award is presented to Jamie D. Philippus. The Stephanie E. Kupferman Juvenile Justice Endowed Scholarship is awarded to a graduating student who has exhibited a commitment to protecting the rights of children and the pursuit of juvenile justice. This award is presented to Mia Tuminski. Congratulations. The Health Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of health law. This award is presented to Alexandria Sedlak. The Intellectual Property Law Courses Award is awarded to the graduating student or students for excellence in the study of intellectual property law. This year, the award is shared by Srindi Krishnan and Delia Thornton. Congratulations. Congratulations. The Environmental and Natural Resources Law Courses Award is awarded to the graduating student or students for excellence in the study of environmental and natural resources law. This year, the award is shared by Zeus Smith and Teresa Staiano. Congratulations. The Procedural Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student or students for excellence in the study of procedural law. This award is shared by Erin Daly and Patrick Sheehan. Congratulations. Now we have the clinical course awards. These are awarded to graduating students for excellence in each of our clinical programs. So we start with the Community and Economic Development Clinic. The clinical course award goes to Srindi Krishnan. A double award winner. Congratulations. For the Criminal Justice Clinic, the clinical course award goes to Delaney Beckhorn and Andrew Clay. Congratulations. For our Deportation Defense Clinic, the clinical course award goes to Amanda Bruckhauser. Congratulations. For our Federal Tax Clinic, the clinical course award is shared by Kieran Ahmed and Shannon Gear. Congratulations. For the Political Asylum Clinic, our course award goes to Lazore Rodriguez Marine. For the Veterans Law Clinic, our course award goes to Michaela Weidman. Congratulations. And for our Youth Advocacy Clinic, the clinical course award goes to Stacy Webb. Next, we have the Clinical Legal Education Association Outstanding Clinical Student Award. This is awarded to a graduating student who has shown particular excellence and thoughtfulness in the field work and seminar components of the law school clinical program. This award is presented to Matthew Crawford. Congratulations. The Clinical Prosecution Practicum Course Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in work in the Clinical Prosecution Practicum. This award is presented to Stephen Ficcarilli. Congratulations. I'm so honored to have been able to participate in this, and I want to congratulate all the recipients and their families.
Each year, the 3O class votes to have one of their own give a speech at the ceremony. This year, Andrew Schuman was chosen from an outstanding group of students to deliver the class of 2022 remarks. Andrew received his BA from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst. At Hofstra Law, he served as the managing editor of the articles for the volume 39 of the Hofstra Law, Labor and Employment Law Journal, in which his excellent note entitled "Who's Checking? A Proposal to Protect Employees with Screening Data" was published. Andrew also served as a member of the Student Bar Association for all 3 years that he attended Hofstra Law, first as a senator and then as the treasurer. After law school, Andrew will be employed as an associate at the law firm of Zabel and Coletta, which exclusively handles the practice of labor and employment law, which obviously is Andrew's area of choice and expertise. Please join me in welcoming Andrew Schuman to the podium. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Oh, wait, sorry, this isn't that kind of speech. Hello and good afternoon. My name is Andrew Schuman, and I would like to thank the class of 2022 for allowing me to speak before all of you today. On behalf of myself and the class of 2022, I would also like to extend thanks to the friends and family of every one of us for putting up with having a law student in their lives over the last few years. Each one of you has become all too familiar with the phrase, "I can't, I have law school." And I assure you that has come to an end, to be replaced by "I can't, I'm studying for the bar exam." Joking aside, we are all endlessly appreciative of the support from our loved ones. Of course, not until after I was elected class speaker did I begin to ask my fellow law school colleagues if they had any ideas for what I should speak about. Naturally, the most common suggestion was, "Are you going to quote the graduation speech from Legally Blonde?" While I will exclaim, we did it. A speech for the class of 2022 calls for a much different context than the class of 2004. Our law school experience did not start so differently from years past. Most of us began our journey at Hofstra at 1-hour orientation during the summer of 2019. During that week, we were required to take Intro to Law for a few hours each day, which came complete with all of the reading, case briefs, and cold calling. The cold calling could get intense. I have no doubt that every student at this law school can think of a distinct memory when either themselves or a classmate were broken by a professor's cold call, like John's speech from earlier. When my friends and family would ask me what law school was like, I would respond, "Have you ever seen a movie where law school is depicted? It's exactly like that." However, things changed very quickly after Friday, March 6th, 2020. What started out as a cancellation of classes for a week turned into an extension of spring break and ultimately became remote classes for the semester, etc. As the world changed, so did our law school experience. We ceased to follow the tried and true path through law school and were forced to adapt to an ever-changing academic and legal landscape. My civil procedure professor, Jennifer Gundlach, emailed our entire section advising us, "To the extent that you can, find time to reflect and document what we are experiencing now, noting the ups and downs, survival methods, the small miracles and joys that take place, and the tough times that you've overcome. These moments of resiliency can be life-altering and can be so valuable to reflect in the moment." Very wise words. So before I inevitably started outlining for finals or just became lazy, I actually did take Professor Gundlach's advice and documented a few pretty lengthy entries over that week, detailing what was happening with the school policies, my own personal life, and the national discussion. But the point of this speech is not to talk about COVID. The reason I mention this story is because my professor had taught us an important lesson that is integral to every field of law: document everything. As part of a broader takeaway from 1L year, this shows that times of difficulty can also be opportunities to learn valuable lessons. And speaking of times of difficulty, Moving into our 2L year, most of us were excited to get back to school after having spent 1L summer working virtual internships, or maybe it was just me that was excited to get back to school. While it was sad to say goodbye to the students we had taken every class with the previous year, 2L year began each student finding their niche within the law. We've seen so many of you receive awards today for those areas of law. 2L was also the time when most of us realized law school doesn't become easier after 1L year, as most of us began to take on more responsibilities outside of classes. We became student leaders, research assistants, clinic employees, interns, and the like, setting an example for the 1Ls as we moved into our own and worked towards 3L and the end of law school. So how has our time in law school ended? Well, if Frank Sinatra were giving the speech, he would say that now the end is near, and so we have faced the final cold calls. We have said it clear, we have stated our case of which we're certain, or which it depends. Class of 2022, I am proud to be associated with each and every one of you. As our 3L year has progressed, I cannot seem to go a few days without needing to congratulate somebody on a job opportunity or some other academic achievement. We have finished our law school education strong, and we have earned that brief sense of relief that comes with finishing finals and the start of bar prep, which I have no doubt many of you have already begun. As a class, we were deprived of some traditional experiences in favor of new standards of remote work and distance education, yet we were still able to prosper. Whether it be classes, internships, clinics, journals, advocacy groups, clubs, and organizations, I am proud to say that I know so many of my colleagues of the class of 2022 have devoted such a passion to these outlets. They have managed to wildly succeed despite facing unique obstacles of the last 2 years. In this way, thriving in a world of constant change has prepared us for our future legal careers more than previous graduating classes. Laws constantly change, and our ability to meet new challenges is a significant reason why clients seek out the services of an attorney. So where do we go from here? After passing the bar exam and beginning the next chapter of our careers as lawyers, most of us will go our separate ways, finding our own place in the legal world. Yet, we can all look back on our time at Hofstra and take with us the lessons we have learned and the connections we have made. To my professors, administrators, colleagues, and friends, I hope to see you all again at Bar Association or alumni events. Finally, I want to extend a few more congratulations and thank yous. I want to congratulate the students who recently passed the February bar exam. All of you worked very hard, and I'm sure looking forward to a bar prep-free summer. Congratulations are also in order for Professor Mark Niles, the elected Teacher of the Year. I'm not sure if any professor has ever been elected Teacher of the Year, the very first year they're eligible, but I can say from my personal experience in his class, Professor Niles certainly deserves this distinction. I want to thank a few of my professors, Professor Gundlach for being a great teacher and colleague throughout my time in law school, Professor Newman for being a great mentor and taking such a personal interest in his students' success, Professor Fernbach for her guidance and support, and Professor Cara Stamiano for inspiring my interest in employment law through her course. She is a great asset to Hofstra Law. I want to thank Dean Monticello and the rest of the administration for navigating all the changes of the last few years. You have been a pleasure to work with. And last but not least, I want to thank my family and all of my friends from Section A to the Labor and Employment Law Journal, from those I've met in the library to those I've met in class, and those who I've met at the start of law school to those I've just become very close with this year. You all mean the world to me, and I cannot have made it through law school without you. Well, class of 2022, we made it. Congratulations to everyone who will be watching your careers with great interest. I wish you all the best of luck in the future.
Our next presenter will be Professor Alafair Burke. Professor Burke teaches criminal law and criminal procedure at our law school and has published hundreds of articles in numerous law reviews of distinction. She has worked with the Department of Justice and state and local prosecutors across the country to improve the quality of prosecutorial discretion. Before joining the law school faculty in 2001, Professor Burke served as a deputy district attorney in Portland, Oregon, where she tried more than 30 criminal cases, primarily against domestic violence offenders, and helped innovate neighborhood-based prosecution methods. Professor Burke is also a well-known New York Times and international best-selling author of numerous crime novels, which I would highly recommend to you. We are very proud of all of her professional achievements and so happy that she could join us today for this very special occasion. Professor Burke, please come up to present the next set of awards.
Thank you, Judge, for that very warm welcome. And it's my pleasure to be part of this celebratory day and to hand out the next set of awards. So the next award is for advocacy and litigation courses. It is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of advocacy and litigation. This award is being shared by Rebecca Hood and Jeremy Williams. The next award is the Deborah Sloyer Memorial Scholarship in Trial Advocacy, awarded to a graduating student who has exhibited excellence in trial and appellate advocacy courses. This award is being shared by Danielle Ebighausen and John Margolies. The Ruskin Mascow Faltercheck Award for Outstanding Appellate Advocacy is awarded to the student or students who demonstrate outstanding achievement in appellate advocacy. The award this year is presented to Aaron Rodebeck. The New York City Trial Lawyers Alliance Award for Excellence in Trial Advocacy is awarded to a graduating student who has shown outstanding achievement in trial advocacy. This award is also being shared by Danielle Ebighausen and John Margolies. The next award is for criminal law courses, awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of the best subject at the law school, criminal law. This award is being shared by Nicole Cipriano and Maria Gorman. The Leon Stern Criminal Courts Bar Association of Nassau County Award is awarded to a graduating student who has exhibited a commitment to excellence in the practice of criminal law. This award is presented this year to Matthew Bruno. The award for alternative dispute resolution courses is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of alternative dispute resolution. This award is presented to Andrea Akinbola. The Tort Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of tort law. This award is being shared by Aaron Daly, Ikra Nakvi, and Kayla Staley. Okay, you'll have to help me, Kayla, right? The award for constitutional law courses is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of constitutional law. This award is presented to Adam Gomez Abreu. Labor and Employment Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of labor and employment law. This award is presented to Jared Nassen. The Marvin Gutter Award in Tax Law is awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in classes related to tax law and who plans to pursue a career in the field of tax law. The award this year is presented to Matthew Crawford. The award for tax law courses is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of tax law. This award is presented to Elizabeth Palmieri. The International Law Courses Award is awarded to a graduating student for excellence in the study of international law. This award is being shared by Amanda Brockhauser and Bryce Wilkerson. Congratulations to all of the award recipients and to the class of 2022.
Now to a very, very special part of our program. the introduction of the Teacher of the Year, Professor Mark Niles. As many of you may know, and all of us do know, the Teacher of the Year Award is one of our very most important awards. It expresses this law school's long and historical commitment to excellence in teaching and the important factor of faculty in each and every student's success. This year, the students elected Teacher of the Year is Professor Mark Niles. Professor Niles, a Stanford Law graduate, has been at Hofstra Law since 2019, teaching and specializing in civil procedure, constitutional law, administrative law, and governmental liability. Before joining Hofstra Law, he spent 18 years at the American University Washington College of Law, where he served as a professor of law and as the law school's associate dean for academic affairs. With respect to this particular accolade, Professor Niles is truly beloved by his students, not just as an incredibly gifted teacher, but as someone who genuinely cares all about them, wants the best for them, and is willing to go the extra mile to help them understand and master the challenging legal concepts that he teaches. Some students have told me that he can be somewhat tough at times. I find this very hard to believe, but it is always fair, and he is the fairest of them all, and graciously gives his time and energies to interacting with his students whenever they seek his input or guidance. Please join me in congratulating our Teacher of the Year, Professor Mark Niles.
Thank you very much, Gail. This, as Gail said, is my third full year here at the law school. It's my 25th year, about to be in legal academia. So I know graduation events and commencement events, and I know that the best graduation-related speeches that I've heard in my 25 years have been the shortest ones. So I will do my best to follow that, and also to try to follow John and Andrew. I will not attempt to try to follow those amazing speeches. You both are going to be fantastic attorneys. I'll be calling you if I ever get in trouble, either or both of you. So I've been in this profession, as I said, a long time, and want to be brief. And there are really just three things I want to try to do: a thank you, congratulations, and a small little piece of hopefully wise and helpful advice. So start with a thank you. As I said, I've been doing this job for almost a quarter of a century. And I decided that I actually wanted to be a law professor more years ago, actually, than I'd like to admit. I decided on this career path when I realized that one thing that would be better than being a talented and impactful lawyer who did his best to achieve justice would be to help to teach and inspire maybe hundreds or even thousands of such lawyers to achieve that much more justice. I also, even then, loved to talk and never particularly minded attention. So it seemed like something I would like to do, could maybe do reasonably well, and where I could do some good. When I started teaching, I was reasonably confident, as I am, that I could handle the classroom part of the job, and I went into my first class with what I thought was a pretty extensive and comprehensive preparation. About 15 minutes into the class, though, I realized that at least one student in the class knew the case that I was teaching way better than I did, and that this whole professor up here, students on the other side thing was not going to work if that happened every day. So I redoubled my efforts and realized how much preparation and how much work needed to be put in to really be able to prepare for all the issues and all the questions that might come up in a classroom related to the material that I'd assigned. So from that day forward, I've worked very hard every day to walk into a classroom to be as prepared as I can be to teach the material that I've assigned and to help the students learn from me, from their colleagues, and from themselves. I take this part of my job as seriously as I take anything in my life. So thank you to the class of 2002 for this honor, which is, with the possible exception of being named the dean of the law school many years ago, is the greatest honor of my career.
It means more to me than I could say, particularly in a short speech. Now the congratulations. You, the class of 2020, are, in my book at least, the official COVID law school class. Don't let anyone else try to take that mantle away from you. It's a badge of honor. You experience an unprecedented interruption in your 1L year, the imposition of remote classes with faculty who are struggling with the new technology, remote exam taking and the added pressures and difficulties that that produced, and then a return to in-person classes in these still uncertain and changing times every day and every week. Trust me, law school is challenging, traumatic, and stressful enough without adding a worldwide deadly contagion to the mix. But your class has battled through all this extra pressure and complication to achieve great things, equal to those of any law school class from this school in all of the more normal times. I've been impressed from the very first COVID days with how your class has taken all this craziness in stride with good humor and resolve. So I congratulate you all for that. There's nothing that any of you will have to face in your professional life to come that will be any more disruptive or challenging than this all but impossible time has been. And therefore, you can all rest assured that whatever you do face in the years and decades to come, you've already demonstrated that you can survive and even thrive under any conditions. And finally, the advice. I know that many of you came to law school knowing exactly what kind of law you wanted to practice, where and what kind of place you wanted to work, and what you wanted your career to be. And some of you, some more of you who didn't know when you got to law school what exactly you wanted to do, have figured it out by now. And I also know that there's still some of you, maybe some of you up here, who still aren't sure what you want to do with this degree that you're about to earn or about to be handed later today. My advice to all of you in all of these different categories is to keep an open mind. Perhaps the best thing about this JD degree that will be handed to you today is its flexibility and all the many different kinds of doors it opens up for you. There are too many different types of jobs and careers and lifestyles that the JD prepares you for than I could possibly mention or even think of. So no matter how certain you are of what kind of lawyer you want to be, always be aware of what is going on out there. What kinds of things other lawyers are doing that might sound odd or compelling or even exciting. When you get the calls and the emails and whatever else you get, the things, whatever you all communicate with, you young people, about different job opportunities, please take the call or call them back, read the text, and then give yourself a moment. Maybe even sleep on it before you give a polite, no thanks, I'm happy where I am. So many of the happiest and most fulfilled lawyers I know are doing things and working in areas they never dreamed of in law school or even in the early part of their career. So be open to the fork in the road or even the totally new road that would take you in a totally different direction. And this advice comes from someone lucky enough to be doing exactly what he wanted to do since he was 13 years old. Thank you very much. Really, thank you so much. Congratulations for all of your hard and excellent work during these most trying times. And really make the most of all the options and opportunities that your hard work these 3 years have provided for you. Enjoy the day and all the well-earned celebration of your work. Thank you.
We are very fortunate to have Professor Jennifer Gundlach with us today as our next presenter. She has been a highly valued and integral faculty member at Hofstra Law for over 10 years. She is the Emily and Stephen Mandel Distinguished Professor of Access to Justice. Professor Gundlach is a remarkable clinical professor of law and has held other impressive positions at our law school, including Senior Associate Dean for Experiential Education and the Vice Dean for Academic Affairs. She is an admired team player and works in close collaboration with members of the law school and the university senior administrators on operational and strategic planning for the law school. She is also chair of the pro bono committee charged with developing pro bono projects for students and developing policies and procedures for encouraging pro bono activities in the law school and in partnership with our community. A wonderful example of this is her directorship of the successful Hofstra Law Pro Se Legal Assistance Program, where she supervises and works with a staff attorney and multiple students in a program located in the federal courts of the Eastern District of New York and Central Islip. This program provides free, limited scope legal representation for unrepresented litigants on a range of issues relating to federal litigation. We are thrilled to welcome her to this award ceremony as an honored speaker. May I now welcome to the podium distinguished Professor Jennifer Gundlach.
Thank you, Dean Prudenti. And I know that I am standing between you all and the next more exciting phase of graduation. So I'm honored to present the last set of awards. So the Hofstra Labor and Employment Law Journal Alumni Writing Award is awarded to a graduating student whose labor and employment law journal note is deemed to be best by a faculty committee and the managing editors of the Labor and Employment Law Journal. This award is presented to Alexia Willis. The Hofstra Law Review Alumni Writing Award is awarded to a graduating student whose law review note is deemed the best by a faculty committee and the managing editors of the Law Review. This award is presented to Nicole Donadio. The Pro Bono Leadership Award is awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in serving one or more of the law school's student-run pro bono organizations in a leadership capacity. This award is presented to Matthew Bruno. The Pro Bono Service Award of Excellence is awarded to a graduating student who has excelled in dedication to and time spent performing pro bono service through the law school's student-run organizations and/or outside activities. This award is presented to Carolyn Lander. The Honorable David A. Patterson Award, a graduate, our former governor and graduate of Hofstra Law School in public service, is awarded to a graduating student seeking to pursue a career in public service. This award is presented to Zeus Smith. The third year Scholastic Achievement Award is awarded to a graduating student or students with the highest grade point average in the third year of study. This award is shared by 3 students, Shlomo Omar, Nicole Cipriano, and Patrick Sheehan. For the next award, I just wanted to, I'm not sure if she's in the audience. I wanted to invite up Mrs. Judith Rosenberg. I don't know, she's not here. Okay, to help present. This is an award in honor of her son, the William Eric Goldberg Endowed Memorial Scholarship. This is awarded to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has provided significant support and leadership in improving the quality of life and the educational experience of others. This award is presented to Nicole Donadio. The Gina Maria Escarce Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a graduating student who, in the opinion of the faculty, has contributed the most to his or her classmates' learning and understanding of difficult legal concepts through his or her questions in class and participation in class discussions. This award is shared by Nicole Cipriano and Jessica Seismizek. The Christopher G. Gegwich Outstanding Law Student Award is awarded to a graduating student who, in his or her years during law school, has shown a combination of those qualities and abilities that are the ideals of the legal profession. This award is presented to Nicole Wong. The Distinguished Service to the School Award is awarded to a graduating student who, in a variety of academic and non-academic undertakings, has contributed to the progress and welfare of the law school. This award is shared by Delilah Chamlin, Serena Newberry, and Andrew Schuman. And finally, the Maurice A. Dean Award, named after our law school and our graduate, awarded to the graduating student with the highest cumulative grade point average in his or her graduating class, goes to Patrick Sheehan. Congratulations to all of our award recipients and to the class of 2020. And one final request for family members. The faculty are always informally voting who's the loudest at graduation as people are walking across. So bring it.
My true heartfelt congratulations to all our award recipients. But I would be remiss if I didn't give a special thanks to Distinguished Professor Linda Galler, our wonderful Dean of Students, Lisa Montecholo, Michelle Lafaso, the Senior Director of Student Affairs. And Amy Agrasante, the Senior Support Specialist for the Dean of Students, who I can always get on the phone. I can't always get the Dean of Students, but okay, for their efforts in organizing this ceremony. I look forward to seeing everyone this evening at the David Mack Arena for our commencement ceremonies. And now I must return to my office because all of these wonderful students and wonderful professors have used every one of my thoughts that I had written in my original speech. So let me see what I can come up with. Thank you. See you later.